Every time there is a gun debate in the United States, on the news or on social media, when people talking about, asking for more gun laws and more gun regulations, all the fucking idiots here is, don't take my guns away, man. You're not gonna take my guns away. Gun laws and gun regulation doesn't mean you're gonna get your guns taken away. It means like it's gonna be a little harder for any fucking loser off the street to be able to get a gun. So yes, we do need some more gun laws and gun regulation. And I also hear the argument, we already have gun laws in this country. Yes, you have 2 fucking gun laws in this country and a third one that makes number 1 and 2 obsolete, not worth shit. First, you cannot be a convicted felon and be able to buy a gun legally. Yes, good. You cannot be mentally institutionalized and be able to buy a gun legally. Yeah, that's good. But it's a third one that makes 1 and 2 not worth shit. It's called a private seller. People can just sell guns out of their fucking house. You can sell a gun to your next door neighbor. You can advertise it on the newspaper and somebody can come and buy the gun from you. And you as a private seller, you cannot do any background checks, any mental evaluation on these people. You can just sell them your fucking gun. And I hear also people say, you know what you need? Bad guys will always get guns. You know what you need to do to stop a bad guy with a gun? You need a good guy with a gun. But you know who sells a lot of guns to bad guys? Is good guys. Law-abiding citizens sell a lot of guns to bad guys. Because you can buy a gun very easily and cheaply in the United States. Guns are very conveniently found in here. You can go on the newspaper ad, you can go to a gun show and buy somebody's gun. And if you want to commit a crime, you just file that fucking serial number off and now it's an illegal gun. So a lot of guns are used for criminal acts, both through people who bought these guns illegally. A lot of guns go to Mexico. Illegal people come and buy guns here for private sellers and take them to Mexico. Drug cartels have a lot of American weapons in their hands. So yes, we do need a few more gun laws and gun regulations. Let's be fucking reasonable, people. Having a few more gun laws, it's not going to prevent law-abiding citizens from being able to obtain a weapon to protect themselves, their family, their business. You need weapons. I'm not against weapons. People should be able to own weapons. But let's be reasonable. Let's have a few laws. Let's make it so you have an extensive shooting course for you to be able to get a weapon. Yeah, you can go to a concealed carry class and it's like 2 hours long. You get to shoot the target a couple of times. You learn a few laws, but that ain't bullshit. You need to actually have real fucking training. If you want to protect yourself at home, being able how to stay cool and shoot on target and not shoot the freaking kids sleeping next room if somebody's breaking into your house. So yes, you should have an extensive gun training to be able to purchase a weapon. You should have a mental psych evaluation before you are able to buy a weapon. There should not be any private sellers. Just 3 laws alone will prevent a lot of unwanted people from being able to get guns. And guns should be a little bit more expensive. If you are not responsible enough to have some money saved to be able to buy a gun worth 3 times the amount of they're worth right now. Like if you want to buy an AR-15, what's that worth? $700-800? Make that bitch $5,000. A lot less people will be able to buy these guns because a lot of people who are buying AR-15s, AK-47s, they just want it mostly for the fucking cool factor, and that's it. So a few more laws is not going to prevent law-abiding citizens from getting guns. It's going to prevent fucking losers and crazy people from being able to get guns. And illegal people and criminals, because if you remove private sellers out of the fucking question, somebody who's gone to prison before or somebody who's been crazy and wants to get a gun, they cannot get it at an actual gun store, they can just open the newspaper and find somebody who's selling a gun, buy a pistol for a couple of $100 and go rob a bank or rob a convenience store or shoot somebody they don't like or something. Go shoot up a school or a movie theater or a mall or something. So if these people then wanted to get guns illegally in the black market, it will be way more difficult for them to get guns because people think that buying guns on the black market is just like really fucking easy. People just approach you, hey man, do you just want to buy a gun? No, it doesn't happen. If you want to buy guns illegally, you gotta have the right fucking connections. You gotta have 5-10 times more the money that the gun is actually worth because somebody who's selling a gun illegally can go to prison. So they're taking a lot of risk to sell you a gun. So yes, they better be fucking worth it for them to sell you a gun illegally. So it's not that easy to get guns on the black market. And if you remove private sellers, it will be even harder to get guns on the black market. So some deranged 18-year-old is not gonna be able to get a fucking gun and shoot up a school. Because some deranged 18-year-old is not gonna know the right connections. It's not gonna have enough money to pay for this gun. And chances are, they're not gonna be able to pull the deal through. Because if I'm an illegal guns dealer and I see some crazy 18-year-old who wants to buy an AR-15 from me, I probably might just take his money and keep the gun and tell him to fuck off. So chances some loser being able to pull a deal on the black market and not get screwed over are very small, you know? So that's why we need some more gun laws and gun control, so responsible people can have guns. And I also believe there should not be gun collectors. I know some of you might disagree with this, but you know what? I've read of cases, and I actually know of a personal case of a friend of mine. When we were in high school, we were young, you know, he had dreams of wanting to become, you know, gangster, being brainwashed by rap music and gangster movies. He wanted to be a badass. So when he was like 17, him and a friend of his knew that a neighbor of theirs had a big gun collection. And when they found out this neighbor had gone on vacation, what did they do? They broke into this guy's house and they stole all his fucking guns. And they tried to sell them on the street. They sold about half of those guns before they got arrested and they went to prison. But guess what? Now you got half of these guns out there being used illegally by drug dealers. Who the fuck knows? You know, crazy people. They have guns because, you know, they managed to steal this guy's gun collection and sold some of them. So yes, that's why I believe there shouldn't be any gun collectors. You should own maybe 2 or 3 weapons at the very most. Maybe if you want to keep one in your car, one in your home, or maybe if you're a sportsman, you need a rifle and a shotgun. Yes, all right. 5 guns maximum. You shouldn't be able to own 20, 30 guns, 6,000 rounds of ammunition. You should be suspicious. If somebody has 20, 30 guns and several thousand rounds of ammunition, you should have cops coming at your house and checking the fuck what the hell you're doing with this shit. Are you trying to start a gang? What are you preparing for? What do you need this many fucking weapons for? Let's be reasonable, people. That's all I'm saying. Gun laws and gun regulation is not gonna stop real, legitimate, law-abiding citizens, good people who are concerned about their life and their well-being and their family and their property and their business from being able to get a gun. Yes, if you're this responsible, if you consider yourself a law-abiding citizen and a responsible adult, you shouldn't have to worry about a few gun laws. Only people who think they are unfit to carry a weapon or wouldn't be able to meet the qualifications to buy a weapon if there was more gun laws, those are the kind of people that shouldn't be having weapons. Me personally, I love guns, but I only own one gun. I only own one pistol because that's all I need for self-protection. If I'm at home, I can keep it at home. If I'm going somewhere where I think it might be sketchy, I can put it on my person, keep it on the car. I can move this pistol around. I do not need an AR-15 to protect my house. I might shoot my kids. I might shoot my next door neighbor going through the window. That's not for self-protection. One pistol with hollow points, a .45 caliber will fucking stop anybody who's trying to break into your house. So let's be reasonable, people. We need a few gun laws. We only have 2 gun laws and a third one that makes 1 and 2 not worth shit. All right? Peace out.